Crazy in Love, Season 2, Episode 1. So they coming in hot, literally, because they showing Instagram footage of when Chrisean start burning Blueface plaques up. Then they jump to some more Instagram footage. Now, I know y'all remember this day when she was online crying. I mean, she was doing the ugly cry that day. Child, the math was not mathing. She said she thought she was about 2-3 months. Come to find out, she 5 months. Like, where did the time go? Nah, she ain't fooling me. She wasn't worried about no time. She was worried about who baby it could have been. Because it really sounds like Blue ain't the only one been scratching that cat, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So after the crying and the plaque burning, they jump to the wedding. And I'm like, okay, Zeus, I know y'all not about to give us Instagram stories and video footage, but we're gonna push through. We're gonna see what it's giving. You know, they got Chrisean talking. I ain't gonna even lie to you, I don't even know what she was talking about. It was more Instagram footage from that day. I said, oh Lord, these folks down at Zeus ain't got no footage. This about to be a real struggle season. Child, so after about 15 minutes, they finally showed us something that we ain't knew about. Chrisean went and got her hair washed and braided. Whoop-de-doo. And she was sad. Tell her something new. And she was mad at Blue. Child, by this point, I ain't gonna even lie. I was getting real antsy with Zeus. I'm like, come on, y'all gonna have to give us something. So Chrisean and her little homegirls, they practice their little 1-2 step, little dance move. And Blueface put up on the homies. And y'all, why he gonna tell his security guard to kick back, like stay here, let me go first. I guess he didn't want to get out to his homeboys, he didn't want to hop out with security looking like that, Cause there's some dudes out here that pull up in their hood with security. Child, them gangbangers be having more drama than a group of females. So Chrisean get her wig installed on her head, and now her and Elle, they headed to the mall, and child, she was in there taking pictures with her fans, and she was not in the mood to take pictures with them folks. And child, the way she was feeling, I didn't even want to take pictures of her taking pictures with the fans. But yeah, that's what they did at the mall. So they show Chrisean at the house with her little cute all green outfit on, and then her and Blue on the Sprinter together, and child, the energy between them was so awkward. Like, I wasn't even near, this wasn't even in real time, and I can feel it. So they get to Rolling Loud, and they can't get in because somebody got a blicky on the bus. So they basically get kicked out of Rolling Loud. They ain't performing all that dance practicing moves was for nothing. Now they start arguing about something. I couldn't even tell you what they was arguing about, child. But I heard him tell her she need to kick back, and she like, kick back where? They really be bickering like a little old couple. Because they'll do all that, and then 10 minutes later, it seemed like they cool. So this is when Chrisean went to London, and everybody was surprised that she had her passport. So she went out there to support Blueface while he was fighting that one little boy. So Chrisean say she hungry, and he tell her, well, you can eat me up. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I thought that was our line. I thought we said that when the guy said they hungry, I thought we say, well, you can eat me and you can eat me up. I didn't know y'all say that too, but whatever. Now, I did like when Chrisean said, oh, I know you gonna win. And he said, oh, because you messing with a winner. And she said, no, you a sore loser. And I said, oh, she know? She know he's a sore loser? Child, you could tell he gets emotional over her, so I can imagine how he get. He seemed like one of the little kids that used to throw the video controller or slam it down or something. So him and that little fella, they doing that little, woofing thing back and forth where they hyping each other up about what they gonna do before the boxing match. So they doing that little thing, and I ain't gonna lie, again, it was one of them moments where I'm like struggling to watch. But y'all already know when it comes to these two, I'ma stick beside them. And sure enough, Zeus came through, child. They came through with the heat this time. They start talking about the paternity of the baby. But wait, hold on. Chrisean really been out here lying and getting caught. Because she didn't even defend, deny, or none of that when he was talking about her getting caught up in lying. I'm like, damn, she ain't going to even say, that wasn't true. Even if it was true, she was just sitting there taking it. And Paul Blueface, he just can't get over the fact that she had 10 bodies. I mean, ain't nobody telling either. Ain't not one side dude that came forward. That let you know these men, they more faithful side dudes than these females, because a female be wanting everybody to know she messing with you. Now, that one Rico boy, he did try to come out and say something, but he did shut it down real quick. Now, when Blueface was doing all this whining and crying about her having 10 bodies and her lying to him and crying wolf, you know what she told him? She said, well, we wasn't in a committed relationship, so why do you care? She got you right there, Blue. She got you. Because why do you care? It's all good when you out doing what you do, but when she turned it back around on you, it ain't too cool. Now, I will give you this. I understand that it's a baby involved. So I understand, you questioning the paternity of the kid, especially if she out here talking about, well, we wasn't in a committed relationship. She basically said she was getting down with the get down. Now, y'all know Chrisean gonna stick beside him, but right after this little argument, she's hanging on the side of the ring. And I'm wondering, did Zeus tell her to stand here so they could get the shot? Because ain't no way you about to be talking to me like that, and then I'm standing on the side of the ring, to yell and help you, child. I'm going to just sit right on over here where I was sitting at. Sure am. But I did hear her tell him, you not even breathing. And I was like, yeah, girl, critique his ass. Let him know he ain't doing it right. Because he sure would call you out if it was you. So they back in the Sprinter van, and Blueface asked Chrisean, like, how you feeling? And she like, well, I'm still stuck on that conversation. He like, oh, like, about the kid? And she's like, yeah, I'll take the test. Even though they say the needle is like really long, I'm willing to take the DNA test. And he's like, the DNA test? Like, oh, we got time to do that. But let's talk about the day you got pregnant. That's the day I'm concerned about. He like, yeah, the doctor should be able to tell you the exact date you got pregnant on. And child, the look on her face, she was looking like she was disgusted. It was this look on her face right here that I was like, she not feeling them 100% the way she used to feel him. Like, I could just see the ugh in her face. But I think I was more alarmed at the fact that she never said, no, I wasn't. I ain't been sleeping with nobody else. She was just like, okay, And he like, yeah, because it was people out here that you was saying that you don't know. Come to find out you do know them. And she just quiet. Like, I'm like, damn, she ain't even got no defense. Nothing, huh? Sister girl wasn't even trying to make up no excuses. And I'm sorry. It was not giving confidence. It was not like, oh, I'm confident that this is this dude's baby. It wasn't giving that. It was like, yeah, I've been busted. You found out what I had been doing. Like she was just letting them she was just taking it. And she had this blank look on her face. Like she's just looking at him and I'm looking at her. Look at him. And it's like, is she trying to process what he's saying? Or is she just like in her own brain, like just... Like, what's happening right now? It was almost like she had checked out or something. I was waiting for her to, like, blink several times and shake her head like, she was coming back into reality. So he tell her that he wants a lie detector test, that's his main concern. He want to find out about the stuff that he knows she been lying about. And she like, we can solve this today. We can go right over to the clinic. You been to 4 clinics today already. And child, I almost lost it. Because Blueface was like, 4 clinics? Like, girl, we went to get an MRI. We went to the eye doctor and we got blood work. Like, what you think you could get a pregnancy test at the eye doctor? Child, I tell you, I lost it. Like, why he low-key calling this girl out on her, intellect right now? Because she did seem real adamant about, like, we was at all them places, like, we could have got a pregnancy test. I'm like, wait a minute. Is she trying to get a pregnancy test? Or do she think y'all could just go to the clinics and do DNA tests? But, I mean, she did mention the long needle. So I was confused. Like, girl, what you trying to... Like, I was confused. So he basically told her that this was his moment right now, that he's preparing for a fight. And he ain't worried about her and her baby or trying to find out if it's his baby right now. That he trying to prepare for his fight. But... he do want to know if it's his or not at the right time, because if so, he want to rub her back and rub her feet if she pregnant with his child. But if he rubbing her back and rubbing her feet and it ain't his child, he gonna want to punch her in the belly. So then he started talking about if it is his baby, he gonna be stuck with her for 18 years. He gonna be stuck with a liar. And she's like, well, you're not gonna be stuck with me. And he's like, well, yes, I am if I have a baby by you, because I don't know what you think, but if it's mine, I'm gonna be a daddy to the baby. And I was like, that's right, Blueface. Get your daddy on. That's one thing I do gotta give Blueface. He be being a daddy to his kids. I mean, he may be doing and saying some questionable things, but he don't be absent. Can't nobody say Blueface don't be with his children. So I'm hoping the same thing. When little doodoo baby come, he be toting little doodoo baby right along with him. And have you been giving Chrisean her foot and back massages since, the baby is yours? I'm just asking. So after all that talking about the baby that he was doing, he tell her, can she stop talking about it? And she's like, well, you're the one that was talking about it. He's like, well, this is about me, my event and all of that. And she's like, well, okay, well, can I have a kiss? Child, I feel so bad for her because she started crying. You could tell she just be wanting a hug. She be craving attention and affection from him. Honestly, I feel like they both be craving that affection from each other. Now, at this point, this is where they ended it at. So next week, we're going to pick right up from here where he goes in to get weighed in for the fight. Now, we already know she was at the fight. She was supporting him. Child, she was yelling loud from the audience. We know all of that. But what we didn't know is that he was hanging with his homeboys and talking about her, whether she gonna be feeding the fishes or they gonna feed her to the fishes. I'm like, dang, Blueface, you really in your feelings about this here paternity of this baby, huh? Now, I'm only trying to be messy, but do y'all think that's why she wanted an abortion? Because she really wasn't sure who the daddy was? Child, I still got some questions. So I'm going to be sure to tune in next week so that way Zeus can fill in the holes. And of course, girl, I'm going to keep you up to date with everything that's going on in between time. But all right, child, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.